Buzzerball was super duper happy and excited. He was practically bouncing off the ceiling. Because the Friendly Post Owl had just dropped off the most amazing package ever. Inside was a magnificent model airplane kit just waiting to zoom through the air, but he had to build it first. Buzzer ripped open the box. He cheered, imagining the aeroplane flying high above the clouds. He pulled out all the pieces, the teeny tiny wheels, and a propeller that looked like it wanted to spin right now. He saw a folded paper but tossed it aside, thinking, who needs a boring old paper when you've an aeroplane kit to put together? He grabbed a wing and tried to squish it onto the plane's body. Pop! It flew right off. He tried again, pushing with all his might. Pop! It bounced off even harder, nearly bonking him on the nose. Gah, he grumbled, a little thundercloud forming over his round head. Next, he picked up the propeller, staring at it like it was a riddle he couldn't solve. He tried twisting it, pushing it, and even tried to stick it on with some gooey chewing gum he found. Nothing. The propeller just flopped sadly. Buzzer's happy feelings leaked out like air from a popped balloon. He felt a big lump in his throat, and before he knew it, giant, wet tears started rolling down his cheerful little face. He plonked down on the rug, looking sad. "What's wrong, Buzzer?" a kind, rumbling voice asked. It was Mr. Ball, Buzzer's dad. Buzzer sniffled, his voice muffled. "It's this plane," he wailed, pointing sadly at the airplane bits scattered everywhere. "I wanted to put it together all by myself, but it's too hard. I push the wing on, and it falls off, and I can't even figure out how the propeller goes on. I feel like I'm no good at anything." He sat up, tears streaming down his face. "It's not fair. Sally Squirrel can ride her bike super well, and Penelope Poodle is amazing at skipping, but I can't do anything." He ended with a big, sad sob. Buzzer's dad's smile became even softer. "Oh dear," he said, sitting next to Buzzer, his sad little son. "I'm sure that's not true at all. Do you want me to help you put the plane together, Buzzer?" Buzzer shook his head hard, sending more tears flying. "No. I thought if I had to ask for help, it means I'm rubbish at everything. I wanted to do it all by myself, but I can't." And with that, the tears came pouring out again, like a waterfall. "Nonsense," Mr. Ball said, giving his teary son a big, comforting hug. "There's no shame in asking for help, Buzzer. Asking for help means you want to learn, and that's a really good thing. It will be much more fun to assemble the plane together, and next time you'll know just what to do. You'll learn a brand new skill." Buzzer, still sniffling, looked up with blurry eyes. "Okay," he whispered, still feeling a tiny bit sad. "Right." Buzzer's dad clapped his hands, a sound that always meant it was time for action. "Let's find the instructions first." Buzzer tilted his head. "What are the instructions?" Buzzer's dad chuckled, picking up the crumpled paper Buzzer had thrown aside. "Instructions tell you how to do something the right way. They are on this paper that came with your airplane kit. They tell you how to put the plane together, where all the little bits go, and the best order to put them in." "Oh," said Buzzer, his eyes getting wider. "I didn't even look at that. I thought I should just know how to put it together right away." Buzzer's dad smiled kindly. "No, Buzzer, this is a tricky kit, and we need to follow the instructions and take our time to do it right. Because a job worth doing is worth doing right." A small smile popped onto Buzzer's face. "Okay, Dad, will you help me build the model plane?" "Of course I will, Buzzer. Let's take a look." Side by side, Buzzer and his dad looked at the instruction sheet. Buzzer's dad pointed to the pictures, explaining each step carefully. "Now that I've read the instructions, I see why the wings wouldn't stay on." Buzzer cheered, his blue face looking much brighter. There's a special little clip that holds the wings. I didn't know what that piece was for until I read the instructions. That's what instructions are for, son, Buzz's dad said, a proud twinkle in his eye. Oh, look. Buzzer pointed to another picture. The instructions say this tiny metal pin is what holds the propeller on. I didn't know what that was for either. Wow, I don't think anyone could have put this plane together without reading the instructions first. That's right, said Buzzer's dad, giving Buzzer's shoulder a gentle squeeze. Piece by careful piece, they followed the pictures and words. Slowly, the parts started to look like a real, fantastic red airplane. Buzzer was so surprised how easy everything was when they knew what to do. He even put the tiny wheels on all by himself, without a single tear. Once the plane was all put together, they carefully painted it a super shiny, bright red with the special paint from the kit. Buzzer even hummed a happy tune as he painted. Buzzer, buzzing with excitement, cried, "Let's fly it now." But Buzzer's dad gently shook his head. Not yet, Buzzer. We have to let the paint dry, or it will get all sticky on your hands and mess up the plane's paint job. All your hard work would look messy. Remember, Buzzer, a job worth doing is worth doing well. Okay, Buzzer sighed, even though he really wanted to play with it right now. But he knew his dad was right, so he waited. He waited for what felt like forever, but was only a couple of hours, checking the paint every minute. When the paint was finally, gloriously dry, Buzzer carefully carried his amazing red plane outside. He ran to show all his friends, Sally Squirrel and Penelope Poodle. He held up the shiny red plane, explaining how it worked, how he had built it, with a little help from his dad and some very important instructions, and then, with a confident throw, he showed them how it could fly, soaring through the sunny afternoon sky. Buzzer felt so proud. He said, "I didn't think I could do anything well. I thought I was rubbish at everything, not like you, Sally. You can just ride that bike so well. It's so easy for you, and you, Penelope, you are so good with that skipping rope. You make it look so easy." Penelope smiled and Sally laughed. "No, Buzzer, I had to learn how to ride a bike. I had bike riding lessons. When I first started to ride I would wobble and wibble. It took loads of practice." "Same with me," Penelope said. "I kept tripping over my skipping rope. I had to ask my big sister to show me how to skip with the skipping rope, and I too had to practice a lot to get good." Sally said, "You should be proud of yourself for building the plane. You fly it so well, and with a bit more practice you fly it even better, I'm sure." Buzzer felt really good. He had built the plane and was getting better and better at flying it. From that day on, Buzzer was never scared to ask for help. He learned that asking for help wasn't being silly. Everyone needed help sometimes. It was a smart way to learn new things, and practice was how to get better at stuff. And he always read the instructions first before building anything. Because he knew that a job worth doing is worth doing right, and sometimes, a little help is the best instruction.